This is Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net with Astro-Insight for the week of March 3rd, 2025. There aren't a whole lot of exact aspects this week, but a couple of processes will definitely be affecting what we experience. The first one is Venus, which stationed retrograde on the 1st. Venus is the planet that rules how we interact with each other, our creativity, our desires, and she is in warrior goddess mode, huntress mode, Aries. And as she goes backward, she's going to be covering recently traveled territory of standing up and speaking out and going after what we want. Mercury joins her in this energy on the 3rd. Mercury also enters the sign of Aries, where he will station retrograde at the middle of the month. So for right now, both of these planets are in the early degrees of the sign, and Mercury in Aries brings feistiness and impulsiveness, just going after things, being willing to fight, being willing to stand up against whatever that might be. There's a definite unpremeditated quality. People are going to be dusting things up, going at each other, challenging each other. And the first thing that Mercury does is have an opening with Pluto, the agent of unavoidable regenerative change. Pluto is currently the planet of earliest degree in the sky. That'll change in a little bit, which means that every time a planet changes signs, the first body that it has a conversation with is Pluto. And Mercury's link to Pluto at this point is an opportunity aspect of a sextile. It opens doors, it opens windows, it makes things possible if you interact with them. Mercury sextiling Pluto on the 5th makes it possible for us to have important, powerful conversations, perhaps something having to do with our place in the collective, in the community, getting a message across to the community because Pluto is in Aquarius. There may be some fighting back or fighting going on involving what's happening with AI or things happening with technology or things happening online. If you're looking to have a really important conversation with someone, this would give you the courage to just dive in and address some things. And that's it for the big aspects, except we are in the buildup to a total lunar eclipse on the 14th in the sign of Virgo. So we're already feeling it. This is going to stress out people with placements about 2/3 of the way through the mutable signs. This one is a recurrence of energies from March of 2006, and it is going to clear out a lot of the confusion and the boundary issues that we've been having with the pileup in Pisces that's otherwise going on. It has the potential to clarify a lot, to help us all draw clear lines between us and other people, get a handle on what's our energy, our issue, our problem, and somebody else's. It also is going to play a role in how different borders are set up and the balance of powers between different countries. We are already seeing that happening. So know that this is the beginning of a very rocky month. My forecast for the month of March uses the analogy of riding the rapids with no guide at the front of the boat. We're in territory we have not traveled quite like this before. It is imperative that you periodically get still, get calm, get quiet, empty out what does not belong to you, recharge, and then you'll have the moxie, you'll have what it takes to jump back into battle, which in a sense this is. We're all tackling something very actively, fighting for or fighting against, depending on your point of view. Homing thought of the week. Focus on what I can do. Song of the week. I've got two. They're both by The Who. We won't get fooled again, and we're not gonna take it. And the image of the week is Amazon warriors girding to go back to the battlefield. As always, you'll learn more about this in my forecast for the month of March, which is up at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can sign up for my mailing list and book a session with me. I'm Kathy Biehl, a professional astrologer with more than 35 years' experience. I have lots of bonus content at patreon.com/Kathy Biehl, where I have a long piece about the Venus retrograde, which you can buy for a nominal fee without signing up. And I'm really grateful to the people who support my work there. I host the show Celestial Compass on Om Times Radio and TV on the first and third Monday of every month at 5 p.m. Eastern. And my guest this week is Louise Cloutier, who will be talking about her years of work empowering women's voices. I also host conversation on Facebook on the page Empowerment Unlimited and in the group the Astro-Insight Lounge. I post on Blue Sky, Instagram, and Threads at K.A. Biehl and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian Channel. Talk to you next week.